Oh, gosh,
because
absolutely.
there aren't enough molds or stamps or anything in the world when you're a metal clay artist. You want them all. And it comes in smaller jars as well.
And so if you want to try this, and this is what's great about it. If you want to go, you want to try this, like you're not sure, you know, I want to see if I can do this, I want to see what she's talking about, I want to kind of dabble in this to see if I like it or not. We've got about 138 if you want to grab the smaller jars. And once you've created the mold, let me make sure I understand this, you're going to have it for as long as you want it, right? Once you've created the mold, it's done. That's it. You don't have to create it again. You can consistently go back and create different designs. And these are the 5-ounce jars for $17.99. The best buy, obviously, the more you buy, the more you're safe by getting the larger jars for, I think, $31.99. But let's say you want to add this to your order. You know, you've bought a lot of different things today. But now, what a great deal. Now, okay, the only thing we've not shown, because we're trying to really get to everything and give everybody a chance to see the entire array of art clay product, because Jackie, we're going to miss her until we, you know, figure out about the silver, and that's why I'm so glad a lot of you went ahead to get the silver design. That on the way next, we're going to talk about texture more, because I think your texture plates are simply gorgeous, and I am all about texture. So continue dialing in on the Art Clay 0014. Up next, we're going to talk about some of the hottest texture clay kits. And Mike, oh, this is going to be fun. Don't forget about the book, because the book is going to really show you how to incorporate all these tools, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, we talk about textures a lot.
And, gosh, I'm going to get that today. I've got to. I can't wait to shop. But on the way next time, now this is neat. Now, this is completely new to me. These are really different texture plates. You're going to use these all the time.
Oh, yeah. We've got a couple of different sets. And I know that y'all have both sets, I think.
Okay.
So this is the second, the first set we have has different things like stones and gravel and some grass patterns and things like that. This is more eclectic. So there's like a Mayan pattern, and then there's stars. And don't forget, you not only have to roll over these, but you can actually roll and then cut these out and then decorate other pieces with it. So you have to kind of think, how else can I use this? So there's all different stars. There's bubbles. Oh, how cute.
That's cute as it can be.
This is like herring tooth.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that's like herringbone, yeah.
Herringbone. So these are like fabric textures, which are great. And then this is, what do they call this one?
Oh, let's see. Hang on. That's like, well, actually, it's like a, I don't know, like just a really like almost like a popcorn style or something on a chain. It's and what this does is, again, you know, I love all the beautiful finishes you see in Italian silver or Italian gold.
This is basketball.
Oh, that's fun.
This is great. My daughter, way back when, made a charm for her. She was a basketball coach.
Oh.
Can you imagine Katie at 5 foot tall being a basketball coach?
That's pretty awesome.
But she did well. And anyway, she made these charms, and they all had a little basketball on them with the name of the school and everything. And she put this, and I said, oh, this is perfect texture.
Oh, that is exactly the texture of a basketball. Exactly. Or football.
But these are the perfect background textures for things. If you're doing earrings and you're going to do engraving, or you're going to do embellishing on top, some of these really simple ones are great for backgrounds.
Oh, I love that.
What we didn't talk about is the fact that they're two-sided. If you roll the clay on one side, the design is raised. Or if you turn it over and do it on the other side, it's an impression.
So it's like emboss and deboss, kind of. There you go. Yeah. Basically, that's what you're doing.
Like intaglio and cameo.
Exactly. And you know what? It's $9. Here's the thing. You get just think of all the different designs. You can emboss and deboss, $8.99. It's going to be a little over $1 per texture plate, which is pretty amazing. And you really thought of everything from creating that herringbone pattern. Like you said, it truly is the texture. You know, I'm a big football fan. Football season's going to be here before you know it. It truly is like almost the texture of a football, too, a little bit. I mean, just that textured look that you would see on athletic, you know, on like the athletic, like the football, you know, and basketball, awesome. 26 more of those out the door, and they're fun and different. But now we've got another set.
This little set has 4 of them in it, and this is a Japanese print.
Oh, and see, that's like rainbows.
And there's some Asian fans.
Oh, I love that.
Another Celtic.
Oh, is that like a Celtic knot kind of? Yes!
And look at what a great border that would be, or ring for rings.
Beautiful.
Shanks. Isn't that beautiful? And then this is another Celtic.
Oh, and see, I love all the Celtic, and the Celtic, and I like the tribal too.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can show these in front of me better, because it's hard to see against just the clear background. You're getting all these, and these are designs. I'm gonna tell you, these are the designs. The first thing that I thought when I wanted to make silver is I thought about like the Celtic knot and that type of thing. there you got it. So I was like, man, I want to put that on everything because that's one of my favorite like impressions or designs.
And with all of these, you just have to remember to use olive oil or some kind of release that does not have petroleum. You don't want to use anything that has like I'm trying to say it without saying a brand name, but you know the V word. Because it's out there and people were using it. People were using it as
petroleum jelly.
I don't know.
There we go, petroleum
jelly. There you go. I couldn't think of like the general brand name, but people were using that and finding that it was degrading some of the molds because those are also petroleum based. So you can't use anything petroleum based on petroleum based.
So you need to use like an olive oil or something to release.
That's why we have people use olive oil or Badger Balm or bag balm or anything like that.
And by the way, everybody, we have another 40 of those out the door. It's $4.99. And just think of the impact and just think of where this can go. I mean, it's amazing to me. You can take those texture plates and create a million things come to my mind what you could do with these.
Now this is all set. This is the leaf. Now you're not really supposed to take the leaf out as soon as I did, but you can see now that this is rigid and it's permanent and it has that beautiful leaf pattern. So anything that you take a pattern of will be there now, and you just put your clay into there, and then you alternate. Wouldn't that be cool with a necklace alternating, or making one that was slightly smaller, and then hanging the agate, original agate.
Look at that.
With like one that in front of it that was a tinier one.
Shadow it like that. That'd be gorgeous. And all you do is pour the silver. You put the silver in there, you mold it, and then you allow it to dry, and then it's going to pop out, and you just sand it, and then you fire it, right?
Yep.
That's it. I mean, that's amazing to me, and that's why the molding, and that just to go back to, again, this is kind of what kicked off the segment, to give you ideas on what to do for those of you that already have the art clay kit, or maybe you're buying that big kit today, you're looking for different things, that this would be perfect in that molding. In that molding compound, I see it on all of the different shows. You really should go anywhere without it, because you can think of a million ways to truly capture something that you love.
I know an instructor who takes one with her everywhere she goes, and she goes out of her purse, and sometimes she'll go to a tree that's got fabulous bark. She'll pick up a leaf, and she knows the leaf won't survive until she gets home, so she'll make a mold of the leaf right on site.
Oh, and I think that's great.
Anything.
And can I tell y'all what I love about the art clay silver is it works with, for example, you can also mold things like your polymer clay as well. So if you want to log on, everything really works synergistically. And whether it's, and I love it that Lisa Pavelka and Jackie have kind of joined forces. She's the polymer clay girl, and she's the art clay queen, that you can really use these interchangeably. So whether it be the texture plates, whether they're Lisa's or Jackie's, they all can work together in terms of what you can create with your polymer clay and your art clay silver, which everything in the art clay silver, I just want to remind you, everything is selling out in the art clay silver. So if there's something that you had your mind on, and you were thinking about or you were considering, then you definitely need to log on to JTV.com and tap, or actually go to the search engine and go art clay silver or Jackie Truty, and then find everything that we have, because almost everything in the show is sold out. These are a couple that Lisa Pavelka created. They're the culture texture stamps. It's a similar type design. They're $17.99. These are the silicone texture stamps, and just a different take, a different design, but also works with your art clay as well. So that's what's nice, is when you're with Jill's School, it's amazing how everything from you can incorporate the gemstones, you can incorporate different techniques, different types of media when working with things, and it's just nice to know, because whether you're getting the texture plates, it doesn't matter. These will also work with the art clay as well.
Yeah, and the whole thing is about freedom. It's about the ability to do what you need to do when you want to do it, because when you're creating jewelry, the last thing you want to say, gee, I'd like something real Asian, but I don't have anything. So you wind up getting as many different varieties as you can, so that when you have an idea, when you're sitting there, or when somebody says, gee, can you make me, you can say, yep, I can do it.
And got to tell you, because again, all of our art clay silver is selling so quickly. You can pick up the poly clay, of course, with Lisa. Actually, the rock and resin kit for $159.99. But right now, I'm telling you, Jackie, it's just been a huge day. I don't know if we've got any more. I know most of our art clay silver kits are selling like crazy. I don't know if we have any more of our. Because I know that a lot of you are thinking, gosh, I'm kind of getting panicky. I've got all of these things I want to make. I want more of the silver. Do we have even any of the smaller? And I'm going to grab my sheet too to see if we've got any. the smaller kits, because I'm just very, very curious about that. Now, don't forget, if you missed out on the rock and resin kit, because I know Lisa actually used some of your art clay silver with the resin to kind of create a really neat design, which you can do. That's easy to do.
I teach that frequently, where I combine the magic gloss and the and art clay. I mean, it just works perfectly together. You've got a beautiful silver base or a beautiful silver piece, and you've got to have a little touch of color. So you color the resin, or you put a picture or something under it and put the resin on top, and it's just perfect. It's exactly what you needed. It's got balance to it, and it's a way of using a little bit less silver, maybe a little bit more resin. It's a perfect combination.
And that's something that, you know, if you do want to stretch out your silver, that's maybe a nice idea. And if you're really becoming a master at the art clay silver, and so many of you are, you know, think of new ways that you can stretch out the silver, or think of new ways you can add maybe a dynamic new look to your designs. And then, of course, those texture, we've got more texture stamps. That's the Romance texture stamps. What am I saying? Stamps. They're also available as well at $17.99. And just again, some different takes, because you're right. The more different designs, it's like whatever pops in your head. It's so nice to have it at your fingertips, because it pays you back. And this one in particular I love, because I'm all about like the script. I like it to look like love letters. I'm really big on like anything with words. I'm a kind of a wordy girl anyway, I guess you could say. A little too wordy sometimes. So I just love that. That's like a love letter. You can put that texture in your silver. That would be gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? And then we've got, again, the hearts. I don't think you can ever go wrong. Both of those are, what, $17.99? I think that's a great deal. And I will tell you something else, just a quick little reminder. I'm looking through here because I'm getting a little panicky about the silver as well, because I'm looking to see. We've got a couple of packets. If you want to grab the art clay, Art CLY 003, you want to get more of the low fire 20 gram, or the 20 grams, 650 to 1200. We're going to try to make sure we get through all of those, but first, don't forget about the Steampunk texture stamp kit. That is the most popular from Lisa. There's only 20 of those left, and that would be amazing. Yeah. She loves using that with your art clay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Looks great together.
When she does her pieces where she has these steampunk little pieces in it, and sometimes we've made little art clay pieces, and I know that they've got, you know, the brass and the bronze and all of that, but sometimes you just want a little silver, and so you can polish them up and then put them in there. So I love the steampunk.
Everybody loves that.
Yeah, she's got a great set of stamps there. I love them.
And that's $17.99, and you can add that. And that's the one that's really hard to get. It's the most popular. And if you've never seen it, it's all the different watch parts, so you can really, oh, and how perfect is that? You're right. With the silver, that is fabulous. So write down the item number, or definitely get that now. Now, I am so glad you're doing this, because I am kind of getting panicky myself. I'm thinking about the art clay silver. You've got a couple of different options. We've got 116, which is the art clay 003A, but we also have, like, if you want to just pick up more, here it is. Yes, the 50 grammer.
The 50 grammer. Yeah, the 50 gram is going to be your most economical per gram. And if you can put the money out initially to get this, because I guarantee you, you will never see it at $108.99 again.
Oh, well, no.
No, because I know right now what we're selling it for retail, and it's far above that, far above that.
And let me just tell you, and I thank you and Jeffrey both for working out that deal, because here's the thing: you want to stock up on your art clay. Our big sampler kit, it's gone. Many of you are picking up like the slow dry. Everything is selling out. So if you need to stock up, or maybe you got the big kit, you would love some more, because that's the thing. You get so addicted to this, you'll be sad if you run out of the silver or the clay. Then this is your chance. And that big boy right there is the best price per gram we have in the show, and something that cannot be replaced at this price right now. We've got 122 of those right now, and that's it. That will go a long way. How many? I mean, just to get an idea.
Goodness.
My gosh, how many pieces do you think? I mean, things you could go crazy with this.
Well, when you figure between 7 and 10 grams is a project, then you've got 10 grams, you've got at least 5, and if you're adding a little syringe to that, you know, you might get upwards of 10 things done with 50 grams. That's a long way.
I mean, my God.
Especially if you're making these beads, if you make these slices and stuff, you know how many slices you could get to make earrings?
And I'm just getting word, this is officially, and I know you said this, and I know Jeffrey's probably up in the booth right now along with the buying team. This is the last time you will ever see it at this price. Think about this often.